Good morning, gardeners. Today we're going to talk about progression of fall crops. Here we still have beautiful lettuce with long leaves. But as you can see, as we pick those almost like 1 foot long leaves, we start developing a lettuce stalk here. See that? And you can see how as we pick, the lettuce stalk becomes revealed. Now that's almost a signal to the plant. As it gets longer and longer, it says, oh my goodness, things are eating us. We had better start procreating. And so they start setting up a seed stalk from the middle right here that could go a couple of feet high. And that's where the seeds will come from. So as we pick these wonderful leaves, we're actually signaling the plant that things are eating us, you better start growing seeds. Now, over here we have our replacements for the lettuce. So as those other lettuces tire out, these will be newer and fresher. And the golden beets just don't care. They really don't. The covered butternut squash look good. There's still a lot of green right there in the stalks. That has not changed over completely, but it is changing color. And a lot of these are about ready to start passing our thumbnail test. One that did is up here on the porch, where all good things must go. On this fellow right here, harvested this just a few minutes ago. You can see how dry the stalk is, which means nothing is getting out, which also means nothing is getting in. And I did a thumbnail test, and it's almost impossible to see where I did it because the thumbnail is not piercing. That's the best I'm going to get right there. It's just that little mark right there. So the skin is ready. The vine is ready, the stem is ready. That's a good 3+ pound butternut. Really stout looking fellow, barrel chested. Another problem though that we're having is that cabbage moths are still flying around, and it's very evident on this plant here that in spite of our spraying with BT, we're getting a lot of damage to the plant. So we're going to have to mix up some more BT spray. Yep, there's some of the dross, the leftovers. So we're going to have to spray all these cabbage, and as you can see, the plants are huge. Here's my hand in comparison for this one leaf here. So it's generating a lot of good stuff. As you can see, we're beginning to get the beginnings of a head like on this one. Right down in there. But yeah, the cabbage moths are still out. They don't have as much effect on our radishes. A wonderful sized radish there. That one will be very nice. This was our early garlic right here. We planted this 2.5 weeks ago. And as you can see, they've just sprouted like mad. The new radish over here, as we go past this beautiful fennel, that's a regrowth of fennel. Don't pull the fennel up. Cut it across, you can get a second growth. And here the bok choy, Artie was trying to seed. As you can see right here, we pulled that stalk off, which had the beginning of a seed stalk. These are the new, this is the new bed of garlic, and right there it is. There's the first one coming up. So once we clear out the remainder of these tomatoes, we'll have an entire bed here of garlic. Now, here's the damage that frost does to squash. It was a light frost, but it's certainly enough to ruin the plants. There might be one savable right here, and we'll use a 10% bleach solution to wash down that skin. But the rest of these, I don't hold much hope for them. You can see that how deep the injury is on this plant right here. The rest of these are looking good. We do have to watch out though. With heavy rains, sometimes they ingest too much water and it splits. Splitting is not as bad as the mold and mildew on the skin caused by frost burn. This might be very good underneath where that cut is. So, huge lettuce coming to the end of its service life. They're tired, and the stalks are beginning to stretch up from the plant. The cabbage are monster, but we have to protect against the cabbage moth laying its eggs. And we have beautiful squash that was covered here by the tarp, which are just about ready to go. Look at the glorious colors on those. So we lost some, but we saved most of them, and that was the job. It's just another part of life. Thanks, everybody.